are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. 2K Sports and the NBA welcomes you to our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. So the Nets starting five. And Morris. And for the Suns, they've got Jeff Hornacek and Johnson. When talking about the Phoenix Suns, you can't ignore what they pulled off last season, Clark. An impressive 32 wins at home.
And a fun team to watch. That was 4 more wins than what they did in the 08-09 season, which is always nice. You love that kind of improvement. It's really a byproduct, though, I think, of their chemistry and their overall improvement as a group.
Cannot hit, and Phoenix will take it the other way.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly spoke with head coach Paul Westphal. The opportunity to put up big numbers offensively is there for
The Suns continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. They've got Jeff Hornacek and Johnson. And for New Jersey, and Morris. For the Suns on the road last season, picking up their 22nd win away from Phoenix, which was up 4 from the previous season.
That's a nice improvement. Takes you over that 500 mark that we talk about so much for road wins.
It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers facing off against the Phoenix Suns. Philadelphia, Phoenix, coming right up.
We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. Good Tuesday evening to you and yours. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Hershey Hawkins, and for the Suns, they've got Jeff Hornacek and Johnson. Well, there's no doubt the Sixers, Clark, one of the most disappointing teams last season in the NBA.
Yeah, only 27 games won, down from 41 won the year before, Kevin. That's a huge decrease.
right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. I asked him what word would best describe their defense, and he replied, intimidation. He thinks their length and capacity to block shots makes teams think twice about bringing the ball inside against them. That should certainly work to their advantage today, guys.
Thanks, Doris. So defense is the key early on.
You know, it's not surprising, Kevin, when you think about the great team. So much of their game planning really starts at the defensive end of the floor.
And Clark, did it surprise you just how bad the Sixers were last season?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, the team had a high ceiling, low basement going into last season. I mean, they had talented vets, but young players at the point guard position. That's always tough. An experienced head coach, but a completely new Princeton offense for the players to absorb. A lot going on there that never came together.
A nice shot by Hornacek. And here are the 76ers now. 1:59 left in the first quarter. Goes up. And great assist as he lays that one in.
You can't let guys get so close to the hoop like that. You got to bump them and chunk them a little bit as they come through the paint. Make them feel you.
From 18 feet away, kept alive. Here's Johnson. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Hersey Hawkins on the wing. To the inside. Number 43. No luck. And it's the Suns taking it the other way. Well, I think one of the stories last year was that the Suns, Clark, finally got past their postseason nemesis, the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that was very impressive and really a cause for celebration amongst the Suns. They felt great about handling the Spurs the way they did, and then just kind of ran into too much size against the Lakers and got short-circuited there.
That's good. And here are the 76ers now. 51 seconds left in the first. From 11 feet away, number 31 snatches it inside. To the wing. Shoots from the corner, and that's good for two. He has 5. And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. Fires from 14. No good. And Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Johnson. It's off.
He's normally pretty accurate around the rim, but he couldn't make the layup that time.
Barkley backs in. What a big-time shot to beat the buzzer.
You got to be cool and confident to hit a shot like that. He is, and he delivered.
And a lot of offense on display in this first quarter. 76ers lead by 1.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As a coach, you can't ask for anything more.
The NBA here on 2K Sports.
It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, it's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers, 76ers, coming right up.
And there's a shot earlier of the 76ers preparing for action. It's the Los Angeles Lakers on the road in this interconference battle. Home court advantage goes to the 76ers playing here in Philadelphia. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, our analyst. We're proud to bring you the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Perkins. He's out there with Worthy. Devon's out there with Byron Scott. Here's Perkins, takes it up, buries the short-range shot.
Boy, I tell you what, it's always a good feeling to get the first points of the game. I don't care who you are.
The 76ers just dreadful at home of all places last year.
No other way to describe that, Kevin. I mean, only a dozen wins all season. That's not a great way to pay it back to the fan base.
That's good. And the Lakers have possession. Now let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Dunleavy. Doris?
When I asked him what they're looking to do on the offensive end, he said, well, I'll tell you what we can't afford to do. We can't let their shot blockers dictate the outcome because they're always a danger with these guys. Ball movement, he said, is going to be a huge key for them as the game progresses, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. One thing you like about the Lakers, this is a team that not only Clark is a solid team at home, but they are just as terrific on the road.
Well, 23 road wins is a good mark, Kevin, but they won 29 the year before.
It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers facing off against the
It's the 76ers, and they're doing business on the road in this interconference NBA matchup. 2K Sports and the NBA welcomes you to our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Look at the 76ers starting group. Brand and Spates are in the middle. Then it's Hersey Hawkins. And for the Lakers, Worthy out there with Perkins. Then it's Devon's, and there's Byron Scott. Looking at this Laker team along with Dallas, LA had the best record against the East of all the Western Conference teams.
And Kevin, not surprisingly, those were your top two seeds in the West when the regular season came to an end.
Now let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Dunleavy. Doris?
He got right to the point and told me they'll need to play a balanced inside-out game to negate some of their shot-blocking skills. He insisted that if you just try to pound it inside on them, they will hurt you without question, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Going back to the Lakers' East record, having a good or even greater interconference record is a key to winning just at the beginning of your division.
Yeah, and not only your division, but beyond that, Kevin, if you want to win the West, you need to be able to beat teams from the East, and that's exactly what they did.
And these conferences take great pride overall in the kind of teams they have, and I think right now it's fair to say that the West has a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think that's been the case for most of the last decade when you take a look at it.
The shot's good from Worthy.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Deflects the pass. The shot is off, and it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Right side Worthy. Right side Worthy. The dump off. Number 3. Buries it from outside.
The defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Here's Barkley. And Devon's pulls it down.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
From about 16, Hawkins hauls it in.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
And Worthy picks him up defensively. Connects from in close. He's got 6. And the Lakers have possession. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Perkins. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. Here's Barkley. No good. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Here's Scott. And again, the Lakers no good. Stolen away. Right side Worthy. And here's Perkins. Number 2. On the mark from 16 feet out. Some great action here as the first quarter concludes. Lakers lead by 3.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running.
And the second quarter getting underway. It's been a close one so far. The 76ers trail by 3. Well, there's no doubt the Sixers, Clark, one of the most disappointing teams last season in the NBA.
Yeah, only 27 games won, down from 41 won the year before, Kevin. That's a huge decrease.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Hersey Hawkins. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, the Lakers limped down the stretch in last year's regular season. The wise Derek Fisher said they might have gotten ahead of themselves. He said all season it's been about repeating as champions. At times, the natural adrenaline that comes from playing in big games, the passion, hasn't been there for us. Fortunately, the challenge of the playoffs awakened their competitive fire, and they were able to earn another title. Guys?
They sure did finish strong, dialing it up when it mattered most. Thanks, Doris. He can't complete the three-point play.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
From 11 feet away, the shot no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Barkley, cans it from in close. He's got 10. So it's the Lakers now. 1:59 left in the second. Poked away. It's vertical, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Great D leads to easy offense.
The Lakers trail. Number 20. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Well, he was wide open for a reason. The D was just begging for him to attempt that shot.
The league's marquee franchise players just love coming to L.A. Great market, Clark, great organization.
Well, great history, too, and not to mention the championship trophies that are part of the Laker history and tradition, and it's easy to sell that because at the end of the day, Kevin, these guys are making a lot of money. They love playing the game, but they want to win. They want to be in a winning environment, in a winning culture, and nobody's done it much better in all the sports than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Both teams will make substitutions. The 76ers leading.
Number 11. They're nearly in the penalty now. And I definitely think that's going to take away some of their defensive intensity.
It's in. He got bumped too. He'll have a chance for one more at the line. No good, and they don't get the three-point play. And the Lakers have possession. It's a three-point game. Picked him clean. No good. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
Now the 76ers with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the Lakers have possession, trailing by 5. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. So both teams making some changes here. Lakers give up possession.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
And here are the 76ers now. It's a 5-point game.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Goes up, buries the short-range shot. 6 points for him.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
It's tipped. Here's Worthy. The shot by Divac.
You know, the defense has really stepped up here to start this game. I like that. They came out ready to take care of business at that end of the floor. Solid defensive work across the board.
And the first half is now in the books. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching.
It's Tuesday in the NBA, and we're here with the HP Halftime Report to tell you all about it. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they have the lead against... And that'll do it for us here. Thanks so much for tuning.
Now the second half about to begin in just a moment. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They lead by 7. Philly, given where they finished overall, did relatively well against the West.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, 13 wins and just 17 losses, close to 500 against the West. Of all the teams in the East that didn't make the playoffs, they did have the best interconference record.
There with Perkins, then it's Worthy. And there's Byron Scott. They're the group Mike Dunleavy's going to start the second half with. Here's Perkins. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way. You know, looking back at Philly's record the year before, they played the West well back in 2009.
And I think it's because they have a team that is very athletic, Kevin. I mean, it's a team that excels pushing the basketball, playing at a high tempo. And when they can do that, they match up pretty well with the teams out West. He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
Number 3. Number 11 gets the board inside. Now the 76ers with it. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Barkley. It's blocked. And the Lakers have possession. 11-point game. Perkins with it from the wing. Kept alive and finished off by Worthy.
When he can turn a missed shot into that kind of slam, maybe the miss was a good thing.
Well, and what a lift it gives a team to see that type of play.
Well, he's leading by example. He's actually walking the talk when he makes plays like that.
The tray, that's good. 19 points in the game.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
And he jams it in beautifully.
Beautiful pass there to find his man streaking up court.
Here's Barkley. Off the mark with the 3-ball.
My man just lost his mind. What was he thinking with that shot? That clearly is not his range.
Number 3. And off the glass as he lays that one up and in. He has 5. The 76ers leading by 8. Number 11, defended by Divac, drains it from short range.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
He's covered by Hawkins. The inside shot, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
You know, there aren't many players who won't finish that close to the hoop.
Here's Barkley, a foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Lakers have possession. Barkley is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul. Here's Worthy. He has 6. Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Here's Barkley. The 76ers with another miss. And the third quarter is over, and a good finish looks to be in store for all of us. More from Los Angeles after this. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Well, for the 76ers, the spark has been delivered by the play of their power forward. It's been quite a game for him so far in this one as he continues to make his presence felt with his strong play. We'll have to see what he has in store for us in this, the final quarter of play, guys.
Thank you, Doris. You know, Clark, give me your thoughts, igniting his team much of the way.
Well, just a man on a mission, Kevin. His goal is not to let his team lose if he can help it.
On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. And Anderson. No good from Campbell.
The defense read the scouting report, and they're going to sag off of him. He's just not a threat from out there.
Here's Grant. He dumps it off. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anderson. Drains the easy jumper. And the 76ers lead by 11. Here's Green. Hoop plus the hard. He would not be denied, and he'll have a chance to make it a 3-point play.
I did not see that coming. He's one of the last guys you'd expect to flush it.
Let's be nice here, Clark. He looked pretty darn good on that one.
I'll agree.
Number 43, Campbell defending. Gets the bucket. So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 10. Number 43 hits the reach-in call. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Worthy. Left side Worthy. And he drops it in on the way.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with a W. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
So powerful going up to the rim. You just have to step back and admire it.
You know, he can go around you or over you, whichever way he wants. Back to Williams. Takes a three. Kept alive. Another shot. And laying it in as that one falls through.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Time running out for the Lakers. 8-point game. Here's Scott. Cannot hit. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Launches it. Anderson is called for a loose ball foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. So both teams making some changes here. Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 8. 1:06 left to the fourth. The Lakers making a switch here. Campbell's checked in. Here's Green. Number 3. Scooped up. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Worthy.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Tipped. Less than 1 minute left.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They lead by 4. Anderson laces one from 3. And the 76ers lead by 7. And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 7. 43 seconds left in the game. The Lakers making a switch here. Here's Green. Left side, Worthy. And there's another one for the Lakers. And here are the 76ers now. The 76ers with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin. The Lakers making a switch here. Campbell's checked in. Here's Scott.
Your team doesn't need that mistake. You got to be efficient.
Can't get it to go.
That was simply a case of style over substance, and he missed the shot as a result.
And there's the intentional foul.
Found him to prevent the easy basket. He'll have to earn it at the line.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. The Lakers making a switch here. Doesn't get the second. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball on offense.
Great team play there, Kevin. That's what it's all about. Moving the ball and getting good shots.
Number 3, scooped up. Let's loose for 3. So the 76ers win it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now for Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
All the stars of the NBA gathered on one court for a night of incredible basketball. The best players from the East face off against the best the West has to offer. It's a star-studded affair, and it starts now. The NBA All-Star Game.
Welcome, fans, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Great to have you with us. So with Stockton on the bench, this is the group Don Nelson has on the floor right now. Magic Johnson is out there with Drexler. Then there's Malone and Robinson. And for the East, Michael Jordan is out there with Thomas. Then there's Ewing. Then there's Pippen. The West take the tip-off and will set up the offense. We'll go to Doris Burke now, who spoke with head coach Phil Jackson. And Doris, what do you have to say?
When I asked him if this was the most talent he's ever seen on one team, he said, sure, individually it probably is. But given how little they've actually played together, he's not expecting their performance as a unit to necessarily live up to all that talent. Though we would certainly like to see that. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Jordan's shot is off. Here's Drexler. Hits the quick shot. Drexler's got his second basket of the night.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here's Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Johnson. 2:12 left in the first quarter. From the wing. Can't get it to go. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Over Johnson. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Pippen. Jordan's got his second basket. Now here's Johnson. Isaiah Thomas covering. Drexler right side. Pulls up. High post.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
Deflects the pass. Open look. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Ewing. Jordan's got 6. Here's Mullen. Off target for 3.
You know, normally that shot is cash money, ATM time. But this was one of the very rare times where it didn't fall for him.
And that one's good.
What an acrobatic finish. I love the dunk, but you got to give it up for that kind of layup.
Guarded by Pippen. To end the run. Shot is no good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. They've definitely hit that groove offensively. From the high post. That's good from Thomas on the assist from Michael Jordan. Thomas got his first 2 points. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. And the East with some changes. Brad Doherty, he's checked in for Ewing. And it's Price in for Isaiah Thomas. And the West with the change here. They trail by 6. Johnson outside. Takes a 3. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Now the East All-Stars with it. 6-point game. Releases. It's rebounded by Johnson. It's a 6-point game. And laid up and in. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
That's where you want to be getting the majority of your shots from on offense.
Here's Price. Off the mark with the 3 ball. There's the horn as we end an exciting first quarter. The East up by 4.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open look. I love the discipline they've shown in their offense so far.
And we'll return momentarily. And the second quarter getting underway. It's been a close one so far. Here is Price. So with Jordan on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Doherty. Joe Dumars is out there with Price and Lewis. And now our sideline reporter, and he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Price. Goes up. Kept alive. Here's Barkley. And he gets it to go. They call the foul. He'll get a chance to make it 3.
First snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
No good there. He's unable to convert on the three-point play. Hornacek passes to Stockton. Rashard Lewis covering. Scooped up. Olajuwon. And good that time as they score on the second chance points.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Here's Price. Off the mark from 3. And the West All-Stars with possession. Trailing by 2. Here's Hornacek. Rebounded. Here's Mullen. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton.
A good pass, Kevin, is a combination of timing and accuracy. That was excellent. He was in mid-shot, but dished it off when he saw the open man.
And Dumars gets it to go.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
The first free throw is good. Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for the East. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Price. 1:25 left in the second. Now here's Rodman. Defense is right there. Off to the right, but it still falls. Rodman's got his first points in this one. The West All-Stars with the ball. Mullen. Lewis covering. Here's Mullen. Scooped up. And he jams it in beautifully.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Stockton. It's one-on-one. Takes it up. Down it goes. Nice finger roll. And here is Rodman. Here's Price. Hits the quick shot. Here is Stockton. They lead by 1. Price hits the reach-in call. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First one falls for him. And the West with the change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is a great way to extend the lead. I think you've always got to continue to try to add to the lead. Be aggressive, and when you are aggressive, I think it pays off with some trips to the stripe.
Here is Price. Here's Doherty. Nails it.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Here's Stockton. 25 seconds left in the half. Rodman is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The first one falls. And some changes here for the East. Ewing comes in for Brad Doherty. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Mark Price. And so he makes both from the line.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Here's Ewing. On the money. Here's Stockton. He has 6. Dumars against Robinson. Here's Drexler, and he buries it from outside. Drexler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter. After only making 40% from the field in the first. You can really see them being much more active on the defensive end in this half.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Look at what Drexler has done so far. He's got 7 points, then he's buried 1 3-pointer in the course of this game.
Hope you're enjoying the hoops this Tuesday night. Now, the HP Halftime Show. The West All-Star. 2 guys who both came to play tonight. They've been very active in the game.
And as the quarter begins, both teams have been trading blows like prize fighters. A close ball game. So with Worthy sitting on the bench, this is the group Don Nelson has on the floor right now. We've got Drexler, also Magic Johnson out there, and Malone. Here's Drexler. Blows the layup. Here are the East All-Stars. 4-point game. A nice shot by Jordan. Here's Johnson. Back to Robinson. Great anticipation. Now here's Pippen, guarded closely. Buries the baseline J. Pippen's got his first 2 points of the night. Drexler outside. The 3, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
The fast break left the defense discombobulated. As a result, he had the open 3.
Releases, and it's Pippen missing. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Here's Mullen, and he lays that one up and in. 7 points in the game.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
Pippen with the bucket. Here's Johnson. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Here's Johnson. Isaiah Thomas covering. Johnson dishes to Malone. Rips it down.
With his length, Kevin, he doesn't necessarily have to go way up top to throw it down.
Here's Thomas. Back to Ewing. Over Robinson. Ewing. He's covered by Malone. Here's Barkley. And it's Drexler with the rebound.
Well, it's clear they've got the advantage on the boards in this one, Kevin.
Here's Mullen. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Patrick Ewing. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Thomas. 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Ewing. Jump off pass. poked away. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Thomas. Off the inbound pass. That's good. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
Great execution on the inbounds play, and they get the basket.
Johnson outside. Robinson backs in. Dennis Rodman pulls it in.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made them pay.
Here's Pippen. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Another shot goes up, and Rodman gets it to go. Rodman's got his second bucket.
You know, it went in, but even if it didn't, you could call getting a shot that close a successful offensive trip, a good quality look.
Well, it's been an exciting game as we finish the third.
Look at what Drexler has done so far. He's got 10 points, and the three ball's been there for him, too.
And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Kevin, for the job this road team has done, they get our Sprite Spark Award. They came out of halftime chomping at the bit, made their run in the third, and are staying with it, guys.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping it.
So with Jordan on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Dennis Rodman. Price is out there with Joe Dumars. Then there's Doherty and Pippen. Now the East All-Stars with it. They trailed by as many as 6. Hornacek covering. Pippen with the bucket. Here's Johnson. Jeff Hornacek on the wing. Covered by Dumars. Hornacek. Can't get it to go. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. To take the lead. Dumars misses. Johnson with it. Guarded by Price. Olajuwon. Doherty defender. Hornacek. Kept alive. Olajuwon. Tipped. A big possession here.
Can they come back to take the lead?
Here's Pippen. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he wanted that three-point play. That shot came real close to going down.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 8 points, and he's been able to hit the three ball, picking up 1 from deep so far.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Off on the second.
Well, he certainly can't be happy leaving points at the line, but at least he got them the lead.
Here's Hornacek. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Phil Jackson as he addressed his basketball team. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with a W. Kevin?
And the East making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Here's Olajuwon. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
As if there was any question, Kev, he's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
Kevin Willis is checked in for the East. Thomas comes in for Mark Price. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Here is Thomas. Places 1 from 3.
They're getting open looks now and knocking them down after struggling a bit in the first half. I mean, that just comes from understanding who you are and what you do. Stay with your game plan.
Brad Doherty, who's checked in for Kevin Willis. The West All-Stars making a switch here. They trail by 3. Mullen backs him down. From deep. Scooped up. Here's Elijah, and the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A three-point play opportunity. And the East making a change here. Willis is checked in. Brad Doherty, who's checked in for the East. Can't complete the three-point play, and it's still a one-point game. Less than 1 minute left. Here's Dumars, and a three.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 46 seconds left in the game. Kevin Willis is checked in for Brad Doherty. And the West with the change here. Here's Malone. Hardaway. He's guarded by Thomas. Nails it from close range.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
Here's Jordan. Drains the easy jumper.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Behind the arc. That's good. They cut it to 1.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Timeout called. East All-Stars. They're in front by 1. 24 seconds left to the fourth. And the East making a change here. Doherty's checked in. The West All-Stars making a switch here. And so they will intentionally foul it. Sinks the first one, and that'll put him up by 2. Kevin Willis is checked in for the East. And the West with the change here. Gets them both, and it's a three-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of the charity stripe here. Stretching that margin to 3.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 23 seconds left in the game. Brad Doherty, who's checked in for Kevin Willis. The West All-Stars making a switch here. For 3. Rodman with the rebound. Here comes Jordan. And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
They needed to take that foul to stop the clock. That clock is not their friend at this stage in the game.
Gets the first. That gives him a 4-point cushion. So both teams making some changes here. Perfect from the line, and it's a 5-point ball game.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Here's Hardaway. Rodman with the rebound. So the East All-Stars win it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, it's the Boston Celtics going up against the Chicago.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Boston Celtics are ready for this one to get started. Good Tuesday evening to you and yours. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. And the Bulls start out with the ball. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Bird out there with Parrish and Lewis. Here's Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles. Guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Phil Jackson. The opportunity to put up big numbers offensively is there for them, he believes, if they can just stick to what they've been working on. He said, I think we've established what works for us and what doesn't. Now it's just a matter of execution. Let's see what that is exactly, guys.
Doris, thank you. And Clark, it sounds like the early focal point here is on that offense.
Well, you have to take what the defense gives you, and then you have to be consistent. Maintain some consistency. I think those are always keys.
Now, here's Bird. Yes, from downtown. Bird's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Paxson. 2:07 left in the first. Bird hits the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Paxson. Cartwright, the pass to Pippen. Jordan, 13 feet out. Kept alive. Cartwright dropped in on the layup.
He doesn't have a lot of game with his back to the basket, but that time he found a way to get it done in there. That's a pretty good move for a guy you don't expect to score in the paint.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. And here's Bird for 3. The rebound by Cartwright. It's 2-on-1. Jordan with the bucket.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
And here are the Celtics now. It's a 3-point game. Down low, Bird, he's covered by Grant. Pulls up from the elbow. Shot's good from Bird. Bird's got his second basket of the night. Here's Paxson. 1:08 left in the first quarter. You know, Clark, you got to play great basketball in your own conference, and for the Celtics, well, they came away with 33 wins against the East last season.
Well, that's about what you'd expect from them, Kevin, given their talent and experience. I mean, anything less than 30 wins in that conference with their roster, you'd have to be disappointed in that.
Bird can't get that one to fall.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Here's Grant, finishes the break with a ferocious slam.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks, but when he does, make way.
That was a great replay on the Sprite Slam Cam. Well, I remember they were scrutinized a bit last year in the regular season, the Celtics, but it sure came together in the playoffs for them.
Absolutely, Kevin, but that's what you expect from veteran teams. I mean, that's what they do. They know when they need to turn it on and turn it up, and a team like the Celtics can flip that switch when needed. That's why he's got the reputation as one of the NBA's great rebounders, because of putbacks like that.
Well, that's what we've become accustomed to when he gets in position under the glass like that. Bird's shot is good.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
From 17 feet out. No good from Grant. And here is Parrish. And here's Bird from the... What a buzzer beater!
That's simply a big-time shot right there, Kevin. To have that amount of concentration with the clock winding down is something special. A lot of players don't have that.
In our first quarter of play over, some good numbers on the board so far. Celtics lead by 3.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The NBA, here on 2K Sports. Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play.
It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, it'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off.
And talking strategy with the team, there's Mike Dunleavy. It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. Good Tuesday evening to you and yours. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. From everything you hear, Clark, the Bulls players have a good locker room, great chemistry. Guys really get along.
Yeah, it seems like that, Kevin, and that's always what you're looking for, the intangibles, guys that want to play together, that want to be together, and that have each other's back.
Here's Jordan, and that's good, laying it in.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Here's Johnson. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And talking about their chemistry, I think so many of them are young and growing together on the floor. It naturally comes off the court, too.
I think so. I mean, when you've got a group of young guys that come in together, it gives them a chance to grow and mature together, and I think that makes for a healthy situation.
Now let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Dunleavy. Doris?
Kevin, he said they'll need to keep fresh legs on the court at all times in order to deal with an offense like this, which can explode at any time. So we need to see a little bit deeper rotation than we're accustomed to seeing from them. We'll see how the guys off the bench respond to this challenge, guys.
All right, Doris, trying to find the right matchups with that offense.
Well, that's why you try to build a versatile and deep roster so you can be ready for everything.
And so here is Chicago. After Magic Johnson's miss, just 5 to shoot. Here's Pippen. And it's Perkins with the rebound.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Fires from the elbow. Johnson, good. Here's Paxson. 1:42 left in the first. Right side, Jordan. Inside, Cartwright. Releases from 15, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
That's why he's got the reputation as one of the NBA's great rebounders, because of putbacks like that.
Well, that's what we've become accustomed to when he gets in position under the glass like that. Magic Johnson again. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
One thing, Clark, you always know about coming into the Staples Center. This is always a tough venue to come into as a visitor.
Well, without question, 34 wins here for the Lakers last year, Kevin. This is always a tough building to play in because the team that is the home team here is usually pretty good. They've got one of the best players in the history of the league in Kobe Bryant.
Here's Paxson after Magic Johnson's bucket. Here's Grant. Sinks it.
That's really a terrific look inside. Set him up beautifully.
So it's the Lakers now. Johnson outside. And again, it's the Lakers.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
On defense, the Lakers. Here's Paxson. Leads him with the pass. The shot's good from Jordan.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Here's Johnson. Again, the Lakers.
My man is in fuego. Definitely way too hot to handle.
Chicago trailing here. Johnson gets the reach-in call. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already, he finds himself in foul trouble here.
Here's Armstrong. Takes it up. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 6.
That's a smart read. He knew if he went in strong, he'd be able to outmuscle the defender.
Here's Perkins, and that's off as he tries to beat the buzzer. Tie game in Los Angeles. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And we begin the second quarter. We've got a close game.